going, everybody? Just making sure everything's working well, as per usual. What's going on, everybody? Just making sure everything's working well. It is. It's beautiful. Here we go. All right, guys. Time for our NBA predictions basketball breakdown, episode 11. Let's get into our basketball breakdown. Plenty of games on last night. The Los Angeles Lakers beat the Brooklyn Nets. Almost said the New York Nets. I mean, it's still the same difference, but to you New York fans, I know it's different, but beat the Brooklyn Nets 106 to 96. LeBron James had 33 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Good stat line from the King. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets beat the Detroit Pistons 110 to 105. Nikola Jokic had 28 points, 21 rebounds, and 9 assists. That man has been a monster as of late. Speaking of monsters, the 76ers beat the Pelicans 117 to 107. Joel Embiid had 42 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Another big boy monster. Jason Tatum and the Celtics beat the Kings 128 to 75. Absolute beatdown. And Jason Tatum seems to be coming back to form with 36 points, 6 assists, and 7 3-point makes. Big game from a future star as the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Trailblazers 109 to 107. Anthony Edwards had 40 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. This victory was crazy. I still have yet to watch the video, but I know what happened in it. The LA Clippers beat the Washington Wizards 116 to 115 from a big 25-point comeback. Speaking of 25 points, Luke Kennard had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 3-point makes. I'm going to check that out. Wizards fans, I feel bad for you. You guys should have had that. You guys should have just taken the life out of them, but just another big comeback from the LA Clippers. My boys, the Golden State Warriors, beat the Mavericks. Well, beat the brakes off of them. 130 to 92. My boy JK, our rook, Jonathan Kuminga, had 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 3-point makes. Didn't miss at all from the field. Great watching out there, and good win from us. And I hope, Tim Hardaway, I hope you get better, and I hope everything's all good with you, man. Sad to hear that and sad to see it. San Antonio Spurs beat the Houston Rockets 134 to 104. DeJounte Murray had 19 points, 10 assists, and 3 steals. The Toronto Raptors beat the Charlotte Hornets 125 to 113, 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 12 assists. Pascal Siakam trying to, kind of coming back to his form now, since being back for a while, but he's coming back, and yeah. Now let's get into our big slate of games for tonight's Wednesday night games. Let's get it. As I always do, start over here on the eastern side of things. So we got the Bucks taking on the Cavaliers. Cavaliers at home playing better home, but there's some of their missing some of their key guys. Jared Allen might not play due to illness, and Lauri Markkanen is out. And Giannis might not play over here, but I believe if Giannis plays, and even if he doesn't play, he's going to play. Guess he'll be fine. But I got the Bucks winning here. Just another dominant performance from them. From Drew Holiday, Giannis, and Chris Middleton. Once all those here on the floor, it's pretty hard to beat them. And Bobby Portis is playing surprisingly well as of late. So I got the Bucks winning on the road against the Cavaliers. Then we come down to the Hornets versus the Pacers. Pacers still very banged up. Pacers did get some good news that Demontis Sabonis should be returning soon, but I still don't think it's going to be enough to beat the red-hot Charlotte Hornets, who've just been playing great ball as of late. Even though Gordon Hayward has entered COVID protocols, I still have the Hornets winning here on the road. Then we have the Raptors versus the Nets here, and I'm gonna keep trending in this direction of picking the away teams because I'm picking the Toronto Raptors, just because the Nets just played a back-to-back here. They just lost to the Lakers last night. They don't have all their guys. Kyrie obviously won't play because it's a home game. Kevin Durant's still not good to go, so I'll take the Raptors here to get the win in Brooklyn. Then we come down here to the Knicks versus the Miami Heat. Heat at home playing great ball. No Kyle Lowry tonight, but I still think they'll be able to get the win over the Knicks. The Knicks are either flip or they're flop. Tonight I think they're going to flop. They're not going to flip nothing. But it still should be a close enough game, but I can't bet with the Knicks right now. The way they're playing, it's either one direction or the other. So I'll take the Miami Heat, who have been playing really great basketball ever since getting Bam Adebayo back, and even before then. Plus, they should be getting Tyler Hero back tonight, so it'll be a good lift for them. Then we come over to our Western Conference, Grizzlies versus the Spurs. Like I always talk about, Spurs play great at home, but you never want to bet against John Morant and the Grizzlies, and they've had a lot of rest and time to rest, and the Spurs just played, so I'll take the Grizzlies here on the road to get the win. They'll be fresh. Fresher legs always win usually, especially when you're playing a back-to-back like the Spurs are. Then we come down, we get Nuggets versus Pelicans. I'll take the Nuggets here. Two words, Nikola Jokic. I mean, that should be enough said, right? Plus, I don't know if they're going to have Brandon Ingram for this game, but I know Nikola Jokic is going to be there, and even though it's on a back-to-back, still got them winning handily. So, yeah, take the Nuggets on the road. Then we got Mavericks Trailblazers. Mavericks just losing to my guy, losing Tim Hardaway, who looks like he was going to have a good game last night. Would have made it more interesting for my team, but I'll take the Trailblazers at home. Mavericks coming off a back-to-back. Luka didn't play much, so he should be well rested, but his shoulder and his neck area is still kind of bothering him. So I'll take the Trailblazers and CJ McCollum. Behind probably a big game from CJ McCollum. Probably a big game from CJ McCollum and Anthony Simons, I would say. They get the win here at home. Then we get a rematch of just a couple nights ago, Suns versus Jazz. This time this is Jazz's house, but once again the Jazz have nobody still. Nobody's back for them. Riddled with injuries, with COVID. I'll take the Suns here. The Suns got the win last time. Don't see why they wouldn't do it here, even though it is in Jazz's home court advantage. I still see the Suns winning. They're the Suns. I mean, I could just say they're the Suns, and not many people would disagree with me on why I picked them. Then we come over and we see the Clippers versus the Magic. Clippers just playing a very close game and winning. Magic at home. This one's a toss-up. I didn't bet on this game just because it is so much of a toss-up, but I'm going to bet on it here. I'll take the Magic just for the straight fact that it's a back-to-back for the Clippers. They played a lot to come back. They used a lot of their legs, used a lot of their energy. So I'll take the well-rested Magic and Franz Wagner and them boys to get a big win here. Then we come down and we see the Kings taking on the Hawks. Hawks at home. Hawks have been playing great as of late. Trae Young leading the way for them. The Kings, they've been playing, once again, they're a team that just flips and flops. And they flopped against the Celtics, and they're going to flop here against the Atlanta Hawks. I think Trae Young's going to have another big game. It's at home. Those fans go crazy. One of the craziest fan bases in all of NBA. I'll take the Hawks here. It's funny because that's not the game that's on here. I know for a fact it's not. Yeah, that's right, because the Bulls play the Raptors today. And the Nuggets play the Nets. So this site is a little bit wrong. But nonetheless, I would take the Bulls in this matchup, even though this matchup's not happening tonight. Because it's the Nets, or it's the Raptors playing the Bulls, and I would take the Raptors in the Bulls matchup. This site's just all messed up, honestly. But these are all my predictions, guys. Of who's going to win tonight's games, even though some of these tonight's games aren't happening. Like this game right here, guys. This game right here, Bulls Thunder. That's not happening. The Raptors Nets not happening. The Nets are actually playing the Nuggets, and I would take the Nuggets in that matchup. But this site's just messed up right now, and I'll get it fixed tomorrow. But it's been your boy King Kife, guys. And I'm out.